The emerging technology I would like to share today is wearables. The predicted wearable boom is all about the wrist. According to this website, it's what's supposed to grow even further in the future in the next 4 years in comparison to modular clothing, which we'll discuss, eyewear, which we will discuss, earwear, which is a pretty simple technology, but it's certainly evolving, as well as other technologies, which I think is just a good snapshot of where wearable technology is potentially forecasted to head in the next few years. Fitness trackers are something that are relatively new. Some popular brands include Fitbit and Garmin. There's a whole line in the Fitbit family, which you see pictured here, as well as the two new options that you see pictured here. What Fitbit does is track your calories burned, can also tell you your time. Those are the basic options. It can also track your sleep potentially as you get into some of the more advanced watches. It may also be connected through Bluetooth to your phone and give you a notification that you have a call or a text message. They range in cost from anywhere between $60 and $250. The new ones that are coming out include the Blaze, which is also connected to your music and will provide multi-sport information and workouts and calendar alerts. And the battery is going to last a lot longer than the other ones, up to 5 days. The other common brand is the Garmin. The Garmin is wonderful for the athlete. It even has golf courses, so you can load the golf course that you're playing and get an idea of how far you are away from the pin, etc. It can track hiking trails, so you know your distance as well as your elevation, where you are. It can indicate your heart rate additionally. The battery is very long lasting, up to 3 weeks, especially if it's not worn every single day and used all day long. One negative, it does not track your sleep. The pricing is anywhere from $70 to $220. And like I said, it does have GPS tracking, which is really worthwhile. So fitness trackers are starting to get a run for their money through smartwatches. But really quickly, I would like to give you a quick viewing of the advertisements for Garmin and Fitbit.
Be your best and look your best with Fitbit Blaze, a smart fitness watch that's non-stop. From breakfast to fast breaks, SmartTrack automatically tracks a wide variety of workouts like running, cycling, and sports. With multi-sport modes and connected GPS, get real-time stats and see the route you took. From the trail to the gym, it was built for high intensity. FitStar on-screen workouts help build a better you. And Pure Pulse continuous heart rate shows you how hard you're working. Fitbit Blaze is packed with features that keep you focused, like activity stats at a glance and smart notifications. It's the motivation you need to make your move.
So that's a brief overview.
So you like to run, but not like run. Just, run. Or you like to swim, competitively, against your kids. Or you're a biker. Not that kind of biker. No, try again. Closer. Boom. There we go. You also like to do this, and this, and this, which means you should probably wear this. Beat yesterday with Vivo Active from Garmin.
So again, just an idea of what the newest versions of the Fitbit and Garmin are providing in terms of their abilities. Like I said, smartwatches, a lot of people thought they would be replacing fitness trackers, but it doesn't seem to be. They seem to be used hand in hand. The Samsung Gear is very similar to the Apple Watch, but it has a rotating bezel on the face, which is supposed to be a little bit easier to use versus the side switch on the Apple Watch. It does not have a GPS, so it cannot be linked to any applications in terms of giving you directions or track where you are in terms of your run, the distance, etc. It does have a heart rate monitor. It has a better battery life than most other smartwatches, and it has graphics to show your fitness progress, but you must purchase a more expensive option for the GPS to be enabled. Its starting cost is $300. And it's also compatible with Samsung apps, which there are approximately 1,000 that will work with it in their application store. Versus the Apple Watch, which does have GPS already loaded on the base model, which is the Sport, and starts at $250. It has a heart rate monitor, it will track your sleep, and the app integration is seamless in terms of between an iPhone and the Apple Watch. You do need an iPhone with iOS 4 or more current version in order for them to work together. It also enables you to send messages just between Apple Watch owners, and it does allow you to call, voice to text, all with just, again, the touch of the screen. It does not have a long battery life. It only lasts about a day. For those that are a little more fashion forward, Jonathan Adler and Tory Burch are creating accessory lines for fitness trackers and smartwatches. The newest smartwatch is set to come out from Apple in September of this year. So we will see what technology is available with it. They did have their technology session recently and didn't share much beyond the face durability and the battery durability, the battery life in terms of what will be improved. So we'll just have to wait and see for the next one. Smart clothing is another wearable technology that is emerging. It allows fitness tracking in terms of respiratory rates, heart rates, etc. The NFL is currently using some of this for athletes to have a better idea of their peak performance. It also could potentially indicate a heart attack based on respiratory rate and stress level that can be indicated through heart rate as well. That's what you see pictured here. What you see pictured here is smart clothing that could charge your phone based on friction between the fibers. It creates electricity that is then transferred to a specific place in the clothing that then charges your phone that is plugged into that part. Additionally, there is self-cleaning clothing that, when again rubbed together, creates electricity and causes the clothing to remove the stain based on the friction between the clothing and the electricity that's pulsing through it. We also see a little owlet, which is a pulse oximeter for a baby that would then be connected to an application that would alert the parent on their phone if the baby's pulse or heart rate dips below a certain level. Additionally, we have smart jewelry. What we see right here is a fitness tracker that looks like your average watch, but it tracks calories burned, stairs climbed, etc. And it looks very, again, fashion forward. What we see here is the Bella Beat Leaf. It monitors stress levels based on heart rate and breathing rate and gives information through an application connected to that. It's the little necklace that you see pictured here. We also have the Netatmo June, which monitors the UV index. It's a small little bracelet that's worn, and it will tell you in real time the UV index, as well as give an idea of a notification of when you should be applying SPF and at what level of SPF you should be using. We also have the Google Glass, which currently is not in production, but has been altered to an application to the FCC has been made for the new version that in December of 2015. So we'll see when it goes back in, but it allows you to access the internet simply by touching the little button right here, as well as record what's in front of you and take photos. Implications for education: there are green charging stations that are solar powered that are going into classrooms. Additionally, accurate and individual fitness measurements for PE teachers could also indicate there's jewelry that can tell you if there are fumes in the room that are potentially harmful for safety and security in the classroom. Navigation: if you're on campus and you can't find where that new building is or your lab, can give you information that way. Point of view recordings for lectures, as well as instant notification of canceled classes potentially.